Hey, what's up guys? We are back with another video. Not much today, it's a Saturday. I went to the farmer's market. I did some planning work for the rest of the week, and I have some system building to do. Not so actual feature stuff, but just overall systems and processes within the company that I'm going to be having to do. Is a Facebook kind of group admin bot regulator thing that should be relatively simple to build. It shouldn't be too difficult. It's just kind of like a welcome DM, an automatic welcome DM, just to give a little more personalization, or it gives the user a better feel, better, I guess, overall user experience. So when they join the group, obviously we have like membership questions to make sure you're actually a member. Is if their email is found and the condition is they also picked a market, then we're gonna say there's these 5 different templates that the bot will ask that user. And then if their user existed and then they didn't select a market at that point in time, then at that point I'm going to send them a DM like, hey, you know, the following here is the best markets, or you know, something like that. Or I'm thinking also to probably maybe include their phone number. Is like, hey, your success manager reached out to you here, so I'll make sure this is a good phone number. But maybe that's too much. I think just mentioning their market, their first name is already good enough. But overall, even just sending a Facebook DM is already a great starting point. So we're hitting our users on Facebook, SMS, email, call, voicemail, generated AI video. We're hitting them on all points. One, to make sure onboarding feels like a proper onboarding. And Dan Martell talks about the more activation points you have, the more the user will actually adopt your product. So we need to constantly remind them of the benefits of the product, and we need to continue to reinforce their decision of making their purchase for us and voting with their credit card, because it's a lot of money. It's $1,000, and oh my gosh, there's a crash over there. See if we can turn and get the fuck out of here. Don't look like I can. Oh, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna be stuck in this fucking stupid traffic. Ah, okay, whatever. I guess we're stuck. That kind of blows, but oh, it's actually not that bad, I don't think. But as I was saying, like, yeah, as far as onboarding, really in SaaS we call it activation, making sure people actually adopt your product, and so on and so forth. So hitting them at all points. You know, call is probably the most important one. The AI video is cool. The voicemail, you know, we're hitting them on voicemail, hitting them on text, of course, email, and then Facebook as well. So it's like all these different angles that we're hitting them at, which is great. Now we actually need to track and then improve. So we're tracking, you know, what's the time it takes to get them to phase 2, time it takes to get to phase 3, and so on and so forth. And also, I think a really important one, oh wow, a really important one is, well, there's a bad crash here that happened. You guys went straight into a sign, and that's bad. So many terrible car crashes here. But getting them to, like, seeing that time is really important, and really the KPI would be like target goals each quarter on how we can reduce that time. I think that's a good goal, is reducing that time as much as possible between each phase. I think that's super important to a good onboarding. Is right now it's just still theory about, like, hey, you know, all these things are nice in theory, but in concept, but we don't know actually if it will actually improve our process. Now, I'm implementing things from obviously proven strategies and proven playbooks and, you know, actual experience of mine. So it's not like we're just shooting in the dark. I feel like we're headed in the right direction for sure. We're 100% headed in the right direction. It's just to validate, just, yeah, again, these kind of frameworks, is to you know, have data to actually back it and to improve from there. So you know, we can't improve what we can't track, and we can't scale, especially what we can't track. So when we start ramping up the marketing side of things, you know, our customer fulfillment, I think, is really, really good right now. Now, can it be better? Sure. I think it can for sure be better. But you know, I think there's only so much you can do to make something good, and there's only so much hand holding you can do. But definitely, you know, our process is hitting people on all the points of a proper activation process. So I'm right now also, I'm headed to do the 3-Ups challenge at the gym right now. I'm actually pretty tired. I don't know why. I think my circadian rhythm is a little bit off right now. Also went out to the park to do some running. Never run. It was for my brother, so whatever. But I used to bike a lot. Now I don't anymore. I actually don't do any cardio for that matter. I just do a lot of training in the gym, and actually a lot of my training now is, I guess, the 3-Ups challenge. And today is technically leg day, and kind of hate that because on the 3-Ups challenge there's no squats. I think I purposely did that. I could call it the 4-Ups challenge, but like that's intense. Like 100 squats. Well, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be like an up, so it's like it's not legit. Like a squad up. Going to a summit later next month with a couple of business partners. It's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna be connecting with a lot of people. I want to have at least my new kind of feature out but to kind of the public. I love the idea. I think it's a really great idea / invention. It's in the works with the team right now, and I'm actually really excited to have it be shown to the public. I showed some features of it. There was a lot of initial excitement with it, so that's really exciting. That's not priority right now, but the main priority right now is stabilizing revenue on the marketing side. As far as customer fulfillment, you know, like that's an ongoing thing. But marketing right now, we have our own launch next week, and I think we're probably going to schedule another webinar with our affiliate. And then for this launch, I'm thinking we see, you know, what can we do to improve this a bit more. So as far as you know, I think as far as launch goes, I think we're gonna smash it. It's a 2-day event. I think it's pretty exciting. I don't know. Just gonna keep prepping for this and making sure all the things are good to go and all that stuff. I think really the main hire right now would just be continue to hire more CSMs. I have one that I actually really like. I think his name is Richmond, and he's from the Philippines, and he speaks really good English. I think he used to live in California, and California prices are a lot different from the Philippines, and because like $1,000 in the Philippines is like more than average salary there. So his average salary there, I think, is like $4 an hour or something like that. So he's getting paid pretty well. He's getting paid double average salary, which is really nice. Lots of things going on inside my head, and it's hard being an entrepreneur. It really is. Really difficult. I would say it's definitely one of the hardest things, because it's not just like a sprint, because entrepreneurship doesn't work like that. It's like a marathon that doesn't fucking stop, and you have to kind of commit to that, and it's a contract you don't really know the end to, and it's a contract with really shitty terms, but the payout is pretty good. Car is dirty, so dirty, but yeah, I think entrepreneurship, like what real entrepreneurship is you're signing a contract that you don't know what the end of the contract is, and you don't. The terms of the contract are pretty shitty. You gotta work, X amount of hours. I have even no idea how many hours I've worked for my business and how many hours are coming. I think it's probably a ridiculous amount, but that's not on the contract I signed with Intrapreneurship. If that was on the contract, I would have been like, fuck no, maybe it's a bad idea to go to college. But I think regardless of what it was, I think I really value the time freedom, or at least kind of the, not so much time freedom, but the more of the flexibility of my decisions and such. But yeah, I think entrepreneurship is about just, it's what entrepreneurship is. It's just a contract that you sign, that you have not a lot of protection on, and the payout's huge. That's the only reason why you're signing, or maybe a couple of reasons, because you want to help people, and that should be what most people's reasons should be for actually going entrepreneurship, is that reason. You only really know the payout of it all, and that, again, that's not guaranteed. And then you also, the terms of the contract are pretty fucked up, and there's no end date to the contract. You have no idea when it will end, and that's what makes it fun. There's something about human psychology about not knowing when. I saw this like Joe Rogan podcast clip about the psychology behind preppers. Doomsday preppers, where it's like, okay, I got prep for the end of the world, and and when COVID happened, that was kind of like the end of the world. It really did. It felt like there was really no end to all the madness and really crazy stuff. So, but pulling that back to, I guess, entrepreneurship is like, we're actually pretty crazy motherfuckers. We actually don't really know when it will all end. We don't know when everything will be. Nothing ever in entrepreneurship will ever be perfect. So it's a long game, but it's definitely the most rewarding game I've ever played. Out of all the hours I've spent on video games, played a ton of Call of Duty Warzone, and a ton of there's a spot. Fortnite. I played a ton of Fortnite. Played a ton of Warzone. That's really the two games I mainly played. I played a ton of Minecraft. Minecraft is super fun. I played a ton of Minecraft. And is she gonna take my parking? If she's gonna take it, I'm just gonna go. Are you gonna take that? Okay, if you're gonna take it, then there's another spot over there. I need some fucking music right now, because I'm about to pass out of freaking exhaustion. Like, the past 2 days, for some reason, I've been like so exhausted for some reason. I just like don't know why. Also haven't had my caffeine, but I also don't want to be fucking reliant on caffeine to where I gotta be like, oh, I need caffeine to feel productive. Yes, is it like a stimulant? Of course, that's what caffeine does, but I want my baseline to at least feel as like a normal person. So like, I'm trying to fix that part. Oh my gosh, this is filled with water. See you guys later.